Greetings, everyone. It's Angelo Robles. So welcome to the boardroom where I'm meeting soon with a couple of families at the beautiful Durango in Las Vegas. So 7 uncomfortable questions about wealth, power, failure, and legacy. These questions aren't necessarily polite. They're designed to expose not the image you project, but the infrastructure underneath it. Therefore, those who lead, those who, what I call, shape capital, influence, and bloodlines, and build dynasties that could either endure, or if something could endure, I guess that also means the opposite is collapse. Answer these honestly, and what you'll uncover isn't just clarity, it's your next move. And with a couple of single-family offices I'm meeting in a little while, we're going to go over this face to face. So you're getting an insider look. What part of your success has terrified you the most and why? I didn't say failure, I said success. When did achievement start to feel like exposure? When did the rewards of power come with a price you didn't expect? Where are you winning on the surface but bleeding? Trust, energy, and control beneath it. Hate to get so negative. 2. What do you believe about wealth that most people would never say out loud? What's your most, inconvenient truth about capital, power, or ultimate wealth behavior? It's a great question for rising gens. What insight do you carry that would make a room full of billionaires squirm because it's true? Okay, we're on a roll. 3, have you ever felt that the family office model itself was broken? I don't want to use the word fraudulent, but disappointing in terms of the results for many. Most fail within 15 years, and there's not family continuity. So all of this is not in theory, but practice. The inertia, the politics, the pretense, the strategy. Did you ever feel it wasn't working, even when it looked best in class? And when you saw it, well, here's the important question to that. What did you do? 4, what's your greatest fear about legacy? Not what you say if you're a family principal speaking at conferences. What keeps you up at night? Are you building something durable, or you're just dressing up entropy? 5, what failure broke your ego and built your edge? The moment when the narrative collapsed, when control slipped, when the cost was real. What failure cut deep enough to force you into reinvention? Yeah, that's a good one. Sometimes I do have some good stuff. 6, what would the world never guess about power inside of ultra-wealthy families? How about the real secrets behind closed doors? What really moves people? What really causes collapse? What they don't teach you in business school, investments, or estate planning, but probably should. Okay, we're close to the end. 7, if you lost everything, your name, money, your network, what would you do to rebuild first? Kind of forgetting the capital or Rolodex. What matters when the mask is gone? Whatever you'd rebuild first, well, isn't that your true asset? And that's what you should be scaling now. Well, we went a little philosophical on this one, not about investments per se, or about structure, or about AI. Shocking, I know sometimes I could get away with that. Not about politics, geopolitics, macroeconomics. This deeper thinking is important. So I've been doing more work on asking questions. What questions are coming back? What am I thinking of? Where I often don't have the answer, but I think many of you are going to find me to mix in some of this type of deeper thinking and questions that I'm thinking about and that I'm asking incredible families. And that's one of my reasons for being here on the West Coast. Nevada now, I did a little bit in Arizona, a brief stop in Utah soon, Jackson Hole, then back home to the Northeast, and then off to the Milken Conference in LA, doing 2 or 3 events, lunches, soirees around there. It is busy. Be a critical thinker. Think for yourself. And these are some of my problems with the family office community and often conferences. They're just not good. They're not creative thinkers. They're not critical thinkers. They're rehashing old stuff. They don't push boundaries. They're afraid to talk about geopolitics. They know nothing about AI. They're not interacting with the peers. Where are the peers in the room other than 90% service providers? That's not good. The industry's in shambles. It's a mess. I'm obsessed by it. I've been in it for years. I have my failures. I would have done some things differently. Of course. Regrets, as Sinatra states, I have a few. And these questions here, I think, help address some of these key issues. So on that note, if you're a member, use me. You want a list of these questions? You want to talk about them? I'm there for you. You want to come to Greenwich or New York, depending on my schedule, or you're in LA around Milken? Let's do it. If you're not a member, like, what's wrong? Go to angelorobles.com, go to membership and join. Be a part of something special as we march towards 100 members, real incredible investors and families. And I want more rising gens to be involved. They'll get the stuff that I talk about on the AI Family Office in the future. And it could be very dark. That's why we got to take action now to be on top of that and to make an impact from a societal perspective as well. That also relates to some of the questions that we brought up today. But if you're not a member, you're not in the room. I'm sorry, like, I'll be nice to you. You could reach out and say hello, but I give what I got, and I want to give everything to my members. They get it, and the insight they get for the money that they pay, if they use me even 10% as much as they probably should, I promise it's going to be worth it. If I'm not worth it, how about the incredible investors and peers? How about the incredible deep thinker and thought leaders among all the subjects that I'm talking about and all that I'm hosting in Jackson Hole, in Nevada, in LA, in Palm Beach, in Miami, in Vienna, in Cayman Islands, in New York, and Greenwich? You don't have to like me or even think I'm that good. But if I build something that's the right community, that's what matters. Maybe I'll just be the icing on the cake. So on that note, go to angelorobles.com and join if you're not a member. And reach out anytime at 203, it's my direct number, you can always text me, 203-570-2898. Thank you all so much.